January 21, 2012. This is probably the 8th or 9th year that we're out here checking our wood duck nests for see if they got eggshells in them and so forth, and we're going to replenish the nests with new nesting material and we'll see what happens. We're just gonna take the inspection door off the side on this one. I've already looked on the inside, and we put the inspection door on there for the purpose of inspecting it to see if they've got eggs in it and when the hen is sitting on it. So without disturbing the hen, you can put your hand over the hole and take this door off, and you can reach inside and count the eggs and so forth and so forth. So I'm reaching inside, and there is living proof that we had another successful hatch on this here box. This is one that didn't hatch and didn't make it out of the nest. So I'll dig in here some more, and there's another hatched egg, and you can see the egg shells and the membrane there from the hatched eggs. So we've had a successful hatch in this here particular house. Now this must be going on 5 years in a row. So we'll throw out the old and put in some new nesting material. There are some of the down feathers that the hen wood duck puts on there to keep the eggs cool and also keeps them warm when she's out feeding. So that's just another example that we've had a successful hatch in here. And we use wood shavings for nesting material instead of sawdust, because the sawdust plugs the weep holes that are in the bottom of the house here to keep the moisture draining through. We've discovered the hard way that the wood shavings is the correct answer. So I will put some new wood shavings in here. You can see they're definitely wood shavings. Okay. Put our inspection door back on with 1 or 2 thumb screws that is plastic, so that the thing doesn't rot or to rust. And as you can see, there's eggshells in there, and you can also see the ladder what we've provided for the little ducks to get out, and that's made of plastic so it doesn't rot or to rust. And now we'll clean this one out and put in new material. There is some of the membrane right there from the hatched egg. There is an unhatched egg. So this there again, that proves that, or shows that the thing is working and it's being used. Okay. This here house has been here probably going on 4 years now, and there again, the clip comes off the bottom. You take this clip off with the peg in it, and that's what holds the house to the Schedule 43-inch PVC pipe. And we made it there again virtually predator proof by doing this. There, we took the inspection door off, and now we're looking right inside the house. And there again, this is 3 for 3 that we have success hatching in our houses, and that goes to prove it. So here we'll take the eggs out, and there again you can see the hatched egg there, and there's 2 of them that didn't hatch, which is not uncommon, and you can see the membrane here of the hatched egg. And we do this every winter. We come out and put in new nesting material. And as I'm doing this is January 21st. It's warm here in southern Minnesota, and you can see I don't have any gloves on, and the nesting material is still dry. there you go. So we'll put in some new nesting material. We try to face the opening of the wood duck box to the north and to the west, and the reason for that is we don't want the hot sun during the height of the day shining inside that hole and making it miserable there for the wood duck. But we've also eliminated some of that problem, or a major part of the problem, because the houses are insulated, and the insulation is impregnated right into the resin that the house is made from. It's nothing that's glued on or painted on or sprayed on. It's there for a long time, and it's got a real hard shell on the insulation so that the little ducks can't pick at it. Of course, they only stay in the nest less than 24 hours and they're out looking for food and getting away from any predators that might come after this thing. Another thing I wanted to point out, even if a predator, mainly a raccoon, could crawl that pole, even if he could crawl that pole and get up here, now he has to let go with his two front paws to get a hold of something to pull himself up any further, and he can't because he'd have to let go with his two front paws. And once we put the door back on again, there's nothing for him to grab a hold of. That's what makes our nesting boxes, placed in this type of situation, probably about 95% predator proof. You can also put this here wood duck box on that pipe on a land application and do this and accomplish the same thing. So we'll close this one down. We got 3 for 3, not bad. And we haven't looked inside of this one yet, but there you can look on the inside and you can see the eggshells right there, and there's another egg. So this proves again that our wood duck houses do work. There's an egg that I just took out of the nest. There's an egg shell. So, and as you can see, we just took the lid off, and this is our 5th house. And here I was showing you before the insulation there. You can see the insulation is impregnated right into the resin of the house, and it's hard, so a little duck can't scratch at it. And as you can see, there's eggs and eggshells in this one here, so this makes 5 for 5 that have been successful hatches. There's the eggshell that they've hatched out, and there's some more. There's another unhatched egg. There's a hatched egg, and you can see some of our nesting material. There's another hatched egg shell with a membrane attached to it. And you look down in the house, and now you can see our insulation, or the nesting material that we put in, is still dry. So our weep holes are working. So what I'm going to do, January 31st, 2012, and you look in the background and you'll see that we've got one of our duck boxes out here, and it's a brown colored one, and it's one of our newer ones that we have in production full time. And we'll see what kind of success we had here. I'll take the house off the pole by simply removing the clip here again, and now you can look on the inside, and you can see the feathers that was put in there, and them wasn't put in by the wood duck. It was put in by either a bank swallow that nested in here after the wood ducks left. So I'll reach inside and see what we got see if we got any eggshells in here. Look at that. There's a hatched eggshell. And there again is a piece of a. Now that goes to prove to you that their egg isn't a wood duck egg. That is from a bank swallow. So our wood duck house is a multi-purpose house. After the wood duck hatched out and left, why a bank swallow moved in and used the house, and there's an unhatched egg. There's a hatched egg. There is another hatched egg. So this makes 6 for 6. And there again, you see our nesting material is still dry. The house, even though it's brown colored, with the insulation that we have in here, you can see that it's still been a successful house. So I'll clean her out a little bit more. Okay, I'll put her back on. We'll line the holes up and put your clip back in, which is simple to do. Now we've got it back in place. This here roundwood duck house is one of the latest models that we have out, and this one here has been here now. This is going on the third year. I'll put in some new wood shavings, and you can see the entrance to this here hole also faces to the north and to the west, and the reason for that is so that the sun don't shine inside the hole. Again, there is nothing here to rot or to rust. These are nylon thumb screws, in which you don't need any wrenches to get at to take them apart. And you slide the thing back on. It's got its own little canopy here to shelter or ford off the wind and the rain, so it stays dry on the inside. You put your door back on, tighten your thumb screws up, and as you can see, I'm not using any wrenches. It took us a total of about 5 minutes to get this here done, and we're off to the races. This goes to prove that even an 8-inch house works, and this is one of our prototypes, and our ladder is still intact, and there is a hatched egg. There's an unhatched egg, and there is some more membrane from a hatched egg, so this makes 7 for 7.
Okay.
Okay. This is, like I say, this is one of our newer houses. It also has the clip on the bottom, and we're going to take the inspection door screws off while it's still mounted on the pole. Okay, we got that off. We'll pull the clip off. Now we can take the house off, and we'll look on the inside, and you can see the bank swallows have used this house also with the big feathers that are in there. So we'll reach in and see what we got, and we'll get rid of some of the feathers that the bank swallow carried in, and look at that. There's another successful wood duck house. How about that? We'll that one there has got, and you can see there's some hatched out eggshells, and there's our nesting material again is dry. There's another piece of an eggshell, so that's with the clip on the bottom, and the shank on the birdhouse here is long enough so that it makes it stable once it's sitting on top of the house. So what I'm going to do, now that we've got it cleaned out, and our ladder for our little ducks is still intact, we're going to put this one back in operation. I'm going to put it back on the pole, line our holes up, and there again we've got the thing facing to the north and to the east a little bit on this one here, so that the sun doesn't shine in it. We'll put our clip back in place. That holds the wood duck house on. We're putting the thumb screws back in. There again, you don't need any wrenches or tools to maintain this house, and put new nesting material in and check for if you had a successful nesting time, which we did. This makes 8 for 8 now, and there again we've got it mounted over water, and the land application is basically the same. You use the 3-inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe, and I recommend that from the ground level to the bottom of the house it should be at least 7 feet. And the reason for that is the average cat can jump 7 feet and catch the mother duck as she comes in and out. So we've eliminated that problem. And there again, they can't crawl. If they could crawl up this hole, now they have to get a hold of something else here to pull themselves up further. And as you can see by the hatched eggshells, that nothing got at this one here. So this is one of our new sites that we put a house up, and this has probably been here for about 3 years now. And every year we've had a successful hatch in it. So our success rate now is 8 for 8. That gives us 100%.